All right, we move on now to the Entrepreneur of the Year runner-up in the large business category. And this was my favorite named business of the list. It's Laura Zandler from Jimmy Bean's Wool. Are they there? There we go. In only a few years after its inception, Jimmy Bean's Wool has grown to a $6 million per year effort with more than 35 employees. And to think it all started as a quirky little coffee cart that happened to sell yarn. Laura and her husband Doug ditched the coffee and the cart and moved to Reno to open a small store front in the Smith Ridge Plaza. Rapid growth led them to a larger space with a small storefront, but a substantially more warehouse space and distribution space on Capitol Boulevard. Jimmy Bean's customer service is what has set the company apart. Laura strives to make the online shopping experience just like the real thing. Items ship within 12 hours of purchase, 7 days a week, and customers can browse 1,000 video product reviews at the company's website. And last year, Jimmy Bean sponsored 6 college scholarships and is an official sponsor of the U.S. snowboarding and free skiing teams. Additionally, Laura is working on releasing a book featuring celebrity-designed knitwear to launch the Stitch Rid campaign against heart disease. Ladies and gentlemen, there she is, Laura Zandler.
Yeah, again, so for those of you who don't know us, we sell yarn and fabric now for people who knit and crochet. And apparently we're in the large business category, just next to the guy that's got 115 employees. But again, we sell yarn and fabric for people who knit and crochet. I want to thank a couple of people, but first, just to give you a little bit of perspective, we moved our business from Truckee, California, in case you didn't know what state it was, from Truckee to Reno in 2004, and at the time we were doing a couple $100,000 in sales, and like you said, we're projecting over $7 million in sales this year. And again, we sell yarn and fabric for knitters and crocheters. It's pretty humbling. So up there, that's my husband, Doug. I want to thank him. He's actually the one that makes all this happen, and he's the really smart one. And I've always wanted to be a movie star, so he lets me get all the pictures taken of me and talk in front of people. So I really appreciate him letting me try to be famous. I also want to thank real quick Bob Taylor from SCORE. I've been using SCORE counseling for a couple years, and he is the only counselor that has ever made me feel good about myself when I'm done talking with him. And I really, they have made a huge, tremendous impact on our business, and I really appreciate it. So for those of you who haven't used SCORE, I recommend that you do. Real quick, I want to thank the CFO group. They're the ones who recommended us or nominated us and have done a tremendous job with our financial picture. Also, real quick, I want to thank Reno just as a city. You know, we're not Reno natives, and really appreciate the tax structure. It's been really great for us, and it's allowed us to take all that money that we would have paid in state taxes and reinvest it in our business, and that's really made a big difference. So, thank you. And finally, and I'm pretty sure that nobody has ever said this in public ever before, I would like to thank the United States Postal System. The distribution center in Reno, Nevada has made our business, and if there's anything that anybody can do to continue to help those operations continue, we would really appreciate it. The service that they've provided counseling services. They're super fast. They're super efficient, and and we sell yarn and fabric, which doesn't weigh much, so we use first-class service all the time. And they have, without the Postal Service, and without actually all of the benefits of Reno in general as a city, we could not have survived, and we would not have done as well as we have done. So anyway, thanks to the Postal Service.
The last award we will present tonight is for the winner of the Best Large Company, and that goes to Doug Bennett of Bennett Medical Services. At a time when companies around the country are contracting, Bennett Medical Services is expanding, opening 3 branches in Idaho and Colorado in the last 2 years, with plans to open 2 more in California in the next month. What began in 1994 as a small business in Reno is now a multi-million-dollar company employing 115 people in 8 branches. The largest locally owned and operated medical equipment company in Nevada, Bennett competes with national companies and has contracts with nearly all the major insurance firms. Bennett is one of 2 companies in the state exclusively on contract with Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. Bennett Medical is unique in its commitment to provide rapid response times 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while having all direct patient care and education performed by medically trained personnel. Unlike other companies that employ truck drivers to drop off medical equipment, Bennett requires that all employees involved in direct patient care have current medical credentials as nurses, therapists, or EMTs. Doug himself is a registered respiratory therapist who worked as a director of respiratory therapy at the former Washoe Medical Center, today renowned, before opening his first medical equipment company, Advanced Medical Services, with a group of partners in 1984. Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Bennett.
Well, this is going to be short because I have laryngitis. I want to thank the Reno Gazette-Journal and the NCET for this award. Really appreciate it. And I was just thinking, with a little wool making $7 million, I could have done a lot better. This came from my wife just now, the Jimmy Bean wool. I will take a minute to recognize some people that came with us tonight. My colleagues from the health insurance business, Lois Painter from St. Mary's Health Plans, and Jeff Finch from Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. Thanks for coming, guys. Also, my entire law firm is here, which is amazing. Great law firm, Burton, Bartlett, and Glogovac. Thank you also for coming. Really appreciate it. And I won't embarrass my family support system by naming you individually. And that's about it. Thank you.